So the deal with the forklift is I've had it for a while. I got it in a sort of trade. And you got to see the original ad for this thing. Like, it really pops. Forklift's been great, but it's not like mint like it was back in the day. Let me just kind of go through some of the problems. To run it, you almost always have to choke it. The mast and all that seems fine. It's just cruddy and crusty. Brakes don't work. Light switch is awesome, but there are no lights. I think they used to go right here. Maybe because of the lack of the brakes, it got dinged, busted. This was all kind of bent around and stuff, but I pounded it and kind of got it in line. I don't think this is broken anywhere else. It's just been kind of abused back and forth. Someone fixed this with some poopy welding. It's got the hole in the fork. We like that. Originally from Odessa, Texas. One rear view mirror. I mean, that shouldn't be too hard to find. And I don't know the full like deal with the machine age-wise or anything. All the signs and signage, it's like straight up Toyota. Yeah, so someone changed the oil, didn't do anything else, and that was on the 25th of January 1990. Rotor wire, ground, something else. Change oil every 60 days. Well, that was 36 years ago. And aside from the air filter being completely cruddy, we might have a little gasket leak. Seems like oil's kind of gooped out everywhere. I mean, I don't feel like it looks any better. Like, I don't know if it had been washed ever or recently or anything, but it's not like one of those transformations where it's all cleaned up. Random spring. It'll probably come in handy at some point. So that's patched up. I even kind of came in through the back. Turned out the crack was like the whole piece kind of wrapped around. The chain is crusty. These sheaves or pulleys or whatever, I feel like they should have grease somewhere in there. A little bit. Paved road every 40 hours, unpaved road every 20, excessive dusty every 10. Just with the air filter, it's running like a million times better than it was. So I ordered some plugs and wires just to like finish the tune-up side of stuff, and I've still got the completely non-functional brakes. You get used to something, but it's got to be fixed. Use only .3 brake fluid. So the brakes have never worked on this thing, so I'm just gonna see if I get some fluid in here. You know, like what happens? It leaks out the bottom. That's like $2 worth of brake fluid there. Oh. You gotta see like how cruddy it is in here. It's really seriously gajunked up. No one's gonna call it pretty, but it's chooching. Even if it gets fluid in the system, it's probably leaking like 50 other places. Feels like there's like a little bleeder, kind of like right down there maybe. I'm just gonna see, you know. Sometimes you can just reach stuff. I can't imagine in this case. I think I've got it. I'm just reaching down in there. Oh, no. It might be bigger. So what I'm curious about is how this old school mofo lines up with, or oops, fails to line up with the new one I bought online. Dang it, they look pretty close. I'm not gonna say identical, but oh, close enough, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a match. All right, I'll try it. So thanks to the smallest wrench in the world, I think this thing is pretty much put back together. This is great, just from like wiggling these lines around and stuff. Now this bad boy is just gushing. Put a hose clamp in there somehow. Let's try this again. Does not appear to be leaking. We got brakes. I'm not gonna say they're perfect. I bled this one. This one, maybe it's self-bleeding. Before I get to anal retentive and all that, I'm just gonna see how bad they leak in other parts of the systematic leakage. I got these on the bay. I think they look kind of authentic to the original, and just got a wire through the tubes. I mean, I kind of wish this stuff was greasable, but I just don't see anywhere to get a grease cert in there. Four is kind of like not cruddy, but it also wasn't screwed in all the way, so I think maybe it wasn't getting any compression on that cylinder. I had a replacement cap, but it didn't fit. Go figure. I just pulled off the old one, cleaned it up, stuck it back on. So the new one is just a wee tad bit different than El Numero Uno original. There's also like a reflection off the new lights, so it's almost like you got backup mirrors already with like a fisheye up in here, but anyway, we got reflectage. Then the only other thing I did with Forky, the forklift, was I got some absurdly long, like 85-inch or something like that, fork extenders. I got some kind of like long stuff I gotta grab. Otherwise, it's like a little bit reborn. Definitely running a lot better than it was. Now, allow me to mention that there are some mighty fine how-to videos on the interwebs. Look around, you will find step-by-step instructions telling you exactly how to do stuff. This, on the other hand, just a story of how I did it. Thanks for checking it out.